That is right, and that's where a wild shooting spree unfolded today. The good news, though, while 3 Chandler police officers were shot in 2 separate incidents, all of them are going to be okay. They were not seriously injured. We have team coverage of this story tonight. Josh Sanders is in the neighborhood where this all went down, and Bianca Bono is live with a look at how the officers are doing and how it all came to an end.
Well, guys, at this point, the suspect is not being identified, but police say he's a 35-year-old Hispanic man, and he's a longtime resident of Chandler. They say they do have a history with him, but at this point, they're not going into much detail about any criminal record. As you can see, though, now the scene relatively quiet, but it was a tense, chaotic several hours for police and for this neighborhood. It all started around 1 o'clock this morning when an officer was doing a patrol and saw the suspect, who police say looked like he might be trying to break into a car. The officer started chasing the suspect on foot, and that's when the suspect fired a gun, hitting that officer. The suspect then barricaded himself in a home on Delaware Street. A few hours later, when 2 more Chandler police officers approached that house, the suspect fired again, hitting both of those officers in their body armor. Sometime later, as officers watched the home, smoke started billowing out. They say the suspect likely started the fire inside, and under the cover of that smoke, the suspect managed to leave his home and hide in an apartment next door. Finally, police say they were able to find the man and take him into custody. While police say the 3 officers who were shot are now all thankfully recovering at home, there are several SWAT officers getting medical attention due to this extreme heat.
It's because of the various tactical equipment they wear, which is basically 45 pounds worth of extra weight, and they've been out here for 4.5 hours. We're in the process of exchanging SWAT tactics with Tempe PD SWAT, and we appreciate them coming out to help us and support. But at that point, it became very dynamic, so our Chandler SWAT officers stayed on.
And police say there's still no word on what may have motivated this suspect to cause all of this chaos this morning. As for the home where the barricade and the fire situation happened, which is just right behind me on Delaware Street, police say the suspect is connected to that house. For now, we're live in Chandler. Bianca Bono, 12 News.